There's a signed photograph of Eddie Merck in his cycling prime. Intentionally not very well lit in this room today because this is a YouTube channel review for goodshepard007 documenting the Shroud of Turin with many hours of explanation of the evidence. This, for example, is linen fabric for pillowcases. The Shroud of Turin, however, is not a burial cloth material. It is linen herringbone weave that is tablecloth material, which would have been available in the final hours before Passover of the day that Jesus was crucified. This is an historic event, would have been on a Wednesday that year, the Passover sacrifice, and Wednesday would allow 3 days and 3 nights in the tomb. The evidence for the Shroud of Turin being the burial cloth of Jesus of Nazareth, first of all, the fabric has a 3-inch strip that was torn off to help wrap the body, which was sewn back on to the material with a 1st century stitching pattern. The way that it traveled, Paul of Tarsus mentioned it in his 1st century request to Timothy that it be brought to him in Italy for his trial defense. There are paintings of the Shroud of Turin on display that predate the first failed carbon dating attempt. I say failed because they violated chain of custody rules. And they came up with a date that was inaccurate based upon the historical record of it already having been a revered item in history. So the following dating method that has been performed is more accurate and does show a probability of a 1st century. The blood stains that are on the shroud, they're on one side of the fabric. They are pre-mortem and post-mortem. There is also a scorch mark of the body itself as it radiated outward in a resurrection-like energy pattern. The way that the fabric was draped over the body was 5 centimeters or less, as it would be laying over an actual human body. The radiation burn of the scorch marks that are in the fabric have left a 3D positive negative image that, under certain kinds of light, through the DNA that is pressed into the fabric through the scorching and the blood, etc. They have left a 3D image that is laser-like, and it's a combination of what laser light and DNA provide. There is a 3D image available in that historic linen document. goodshepard007 is the channel that I've gleaned much of this information as a way to understand what the Shroud of Turin is as a historic document, as an icon of faith. The claim that Jesus Christ of Nazareth is alive from the dead, his blood type that is on there, and what that means to people of faith who are expecting at any moment for his spirit to communicate, because he is alive and has sent spirit to individuals to communicate, guide, and understand and reveal in small and large moments his plans in the past, back then, and in the future, are vital to our ability to walk in peace with one another. The claim that a man is alive from the dead is widespread throughout culture. Apparently, it's the only religion that has a leader who has passed away in such a way and is documented in this fashion as having come back from the dead. So goodshepard007 is an excellent channel on YouTube for examining the evidence for the Shroud of Turin.